there's this idea that is 100% true and I find impossible to believe. At absolutely any given moment in time, there are literally millions of humans wishing you well. It sounds wild, right? Here's the thing. The world is full of Buddhists and people who don't identify as Buddhists but who engage in their traditions. And one of those main traditions, no matter what lineage they come from, is what's called a metta or loving kindness meditation. The idea is they get really quiet, they check in with themselves to see how they're doing, and then they wish all other beings well. And they're doing it right now, at this exact moment, wishing you well. They're saying something in their heads like, may you be happy, may you be peaceful, you and me, right now. Okay, so to be clear, most of them have lumped us into a big category, all sentient beings. May all sentient beings be happy. But you're in there. You're a sentient being right now. That is bananas. Is this just me? Am I the only one who has a hard time grasping this? Because as I sit here, it doesn't feel like I'm an interconnected part of something huge and wonderful. It feels like I am a tiny, meaningless speck who people forget about living through a trash fire. I feel both meaningless and also the most important thing in the world, because my being is the only lens from which I can see, and it is absolutely impossible to take in the fact that those millions of people are out there connected to me. But they really are. Some of them are getting sleepy while they're doing it. Some of them are agitated and their knees hurt. Some of them can't stop thinking about the sex they just had, or the sex they had that one time, or the sex they never had, or the sex they want to have but they're too chicken to ask for. Some of them are absolutely bullshit that their partner dragged them to this inane meditation class. Some of them are so disarmingly grateful to be there. They're doing this practice out of desperation, a dire need to both connect and let go. Some of them cannot seem to focus on the words they're saying, but they keep coming back over and over. Some of them feel ridiculous when they do it. All those things are happening to them, and they are wishing you well right now. They could be horrible people. Think about that. They could be people who, if you met them tomorrow, you would think, God, I can't stand that person. Yet they're wishing you well. Some of them did it when they walked by you this afternoon on the street. Seriously. Someone may have walked by you on the street this afternoon and wished you well, and you didn't even know. The person you're sitting next to right now may have just wished you well. You might be wishing me well, and I don't even know. How do I internalize that? I don't know how to convince myself of this, except maybe if we do it back, maybe empowering ourselves to wish all the beings out there some peace. Maybe it's like some weird peace siphon. You have to force love out in order to receive the love back in. So maybe let's do that. Maybe let's be really ridiculous and sappy and just think this thought silently to ourselves: may all beings be happy. It's weird, right? And when I think all beings, who do I even picture? Better yet, when I think all beings, who don't I picture? What do their bodies look like? What do their bodies not look like? What are their ages, their races, their languages, their impairments? When we wish beings love, who does our love extend to? And who do we unconsciously leave out? And then there's this realization. If I say, may all beings be happy, I'm a being too, right? So does that mean I'm saying it to myself? But maybe that's part of the siphon, how we open to receiving that peace. May all beings be happy, and oh yeah, I am also a being. So maybe let's be the most cheesy and say it this way. May I be happy. May I be peaceful. And then there's this realization. If I say may all beings be happy, does that include beings that maybe I find morally reprehensible? Maybe certain, former presidents or governors of Texas and Florida or something like that. How does that feel? How does it feel to extend compassion to them? I find it incredibly painful. Maybe you don't. But also, if certain humans were truly, genuinely happy, Perhaps they wouldn't engage in certain heinous activity, and they might stop inflicting physical and emotional pain on others. So, may they be happy. It's hard. It's painful. But maybe if we can get this love siphon thing going, if we can accept that others are out there right now generating compassion for us, maybe we can change the cycle of violence. Wishing, in gladness and in safety, may all beings be at ease, whatever living beings there may be. Whether they are weak or strong, omitting none, the great or the mighty, medium, short or small, the seen and the unseen. Those living near and far away, those born and to be born, may all beings be at ease.